Good day, good people. Only fine day in the year of the Vibrant. Something feels like it's missing, but I don't know what it is. So I'm gonna keep going and hope that it's not anything that is going to be extremely noticeable. I'm the United States Aviator. Welcome to AWE Rebellion. We've got a fun card on the card. We got the tag team champions doing a battle against the tag team champions here tonight. In the main event, it's gonna be back-to-back champion versus champion bouts as Ryoma and Gen go one-on-one, AWE versus All-Star Champion, which could, honestly, those two, potential dream match in the making in our main event. We also have Ruby going against Aiba one-on-one. We have Sayori and Pulonia. Athena will be ringside, of course, as her two friends, who both entered at number 4, I believe, in the chamber matches, try and shove off some of that bad luck and try and get a victory on either one side. And of course, we're kicking this whole thing off with something that developed this past Friday. A lot developed this past Friday that we really do have to talk about. Gorey and Flair will go 2-on-2 against Rinkah and Burnice here tonight as Rinkah looks to tie up, not tie up, it feels like she wants to cut up some loose ends with a spear or two. That being said, there's some other things we have to go by. Your open box for submitting questions for the town hall that Navi is going to try and host, trying to call out the third lot and get some answers from them. I know I have some questions personally, but another town hall is on the horizon, and it will be at Rebellion Live this end of the month Friday, because we got 5 Fridays this month, as well as official this Rebellion Live. It will be Jay Warland versus Gunther, and it's gonna be one heck of a match, and one additional match has been added to that card, as March has talked to our general managers in what was actually a pretty pleasant conversation. It will be a Contenders Open Challenge elimination gauntlet match, or a gauntlet eliminator match rather. 10 competitors, 1 goal, face March 7th at the anniversary show for Fracture. Who will be the next person to fight off March 7th? One of 10 people will be decided at Rebellion Live. We got a whole lot of other stuff on the horizon too. Of course, on Rebellion Live, we'll have Goro Majima, not Gorey, who's about to fight in just a moment, going one-on-one with Aiba in a match type that you guys will choose, and that is actually open right here. Is it open right here right now? I think it actually opens next week. Today's the 17th, it should be? Yes, it opens next week. It'll open on the 24th. I don't want to spam you guys with a bunch of stuff to enter and submit into, because also, right here, right now, there is OC Revolution submissions. Those are open. You can submit into them. Submit your OCs. As we're about to see, actually, OC champion Gorey likely taking the stage momentarily after I make sure that everything is correct. So I will be right back. Okay, great. Someone played a raw package when I started the match, and I was like, that's ruining my immersion. I don't like that. So now it is actually time for our match to begin as the stars go. Black. We are live. It is Rebellion, and it's on now. Coming out to nothing, but with the OC Championship around the waist, Gorey is here. Literally nothing. I felt like I was going deaf, for real, for real.
AWA prestigious classic champion,
The Surgeon is here, has joined the medical team, it's weird. Gorey is an interesting existence, to say the least. OC champion came out of nowhere to win this thing. This past OC Revolution, we'll have to defend it at the very least at this coming OC Revolution in July, but keep in mind, watching from the sidelines could be a certain mime in Galeen who could cash in that chance at conquest. Like we saw this past Friday, Marcel cashed in on the clock face. Dante, as here comes Flair. But let me talk about how this all came to be. That night that we all remember when Crack the Whip essentially made their full-formed debut, I suppose, or I guess maybe re-debut, saw the joining of technically really 3 whole new members and On in Mitsuri in Midnight, who pulled off a very stunning kind of victory, smart victory this past Friday. I have to double and triple reiterate that it was Gorey who left the door unlocked and allowed them to get in. Rinkah apparently wants a lick back because that night embarrassed the Flame Tribe. And speaking of, oh, they're all here. So, I am surprised. I did not put them all in. On my card, it was just the 2 of them. So to see all of them out here kind of shocks me to my core. Maybe they, okay, so their support is going beyond the veil of 2K, which is kind of crazy to me, but I digress. Hey, if it was just the 2, I'd be like, hey, maybe they can win by countout, maybe they'll do something over there, maybe something crazy will happen like that. With all 4 of them here, you gotta worry for Flair and Gorey. They're facing off against a whole 4 world champions. Now, this is a standard tag team match, but I say a whole 4 world champions because having people on your side, on the outside of the ring, we saw, can truly change things in the favor of one team over another. Tonight, the Flame Tribe is here in full force. Once again, not expected. Oh, they left. They came here for the aura. Okay, 2K, I don't know what you're on about. All right. Well, tag team matchup again. That's actually really funny. 2K back. Anywho, I'll keep it a buck with you. Hutao and Yukiko, they showed up to say, you know what? We just want to aura farm a little bit, and then we'll be good. Burnice really taking it to the OC champion. And an uppercut right to the jaw. Wailing away, popped up, and no. Suplex reversed by our all-star champion. A shot to the back of the knee. It's champion versus champion right now in the ring. In fact, it's champion versus champion a lot here tonight. Toss, no, reversed into the corner. Stood up, and what is Burnice thinking? Okay. I ain't never seen her do that before. I digress. We will continue. I did not know that was in the game. Somebody else got to have that. I digress. Anywho, Burnice, well, I was gonna say was taking it to Gorey pretty heavily, but Gorey's slowly, surely starting to work up and work back some momentum in this fight. You got to keep in mind Gorey. Honestly, the shock of the century to win that OC championship on her very first night came through. No resiliency, was able to take the championship from Woken as a shot to the back of the knee sends Burnice down. And that being said, you got to imagine it's kind of a battle of the underdogs all over between these two. Think about heading into Ticket to Paradise, Burnice was not the favorite to win that match. Burnice had, a lot of people said, the lowest odds in when that match started. In frame 1, Rinkah hit a spear onto Burnice off of the ropes. You gotta imagine, hey, yeah, absolutely not winning. No shot, not winning. And somehow, some way, she pinned every single member of the Flame Tribe, and now she's the shot caller. What is Oh my gosh! Flair dropping Burnice on the head, and we already know essentially why Flair, or why Rinkah wants Flair as well. As they manage to stun the All-Star Champion, they're keeping Rinkah isolated. They're keeping Rinkah isolated, which is honestly a brilliant strategy from this team. And what is Gorey doing here? Jumping off the ropes and stepping out of the way. All-Star Champion. 2-time. And what does she say on Friday? She's like the drink making, booty shaking, hash slinging, crash bringing, the trash singing. I would never call her a trash singer. Gorey with a couple of fists over to Rinkah. Rinkah is not going to be happy about that in the slightest. Burnice staring over at Gorey. Gets a drop kick as she rolls into the ring. Gorey, right now, I'll keep it a buck with you. Great strategy against the All-Star Champion. And Flair, gets dropped with a kick. They gave Burnice a second to recover. And now Flair could be the one in danger here, a shot to the head. Now I do want to keep in mind, this strategy that's going on here, it all changes if Rinkah gets tagged in. Rinkah is the freshest opponent in this matchup, bar outside of Flair, but that may be changing here in a second, as a signature potentially, no, not a signature, my bad, that was not her signature. She's got the Burnice boot. I was just seeing kicks and I was like, oh, she's going for it. She's gonna wreck her, she's gonna thrash her, knee strike, tilted into it, and just like that, I'd say this matchup has gone from even to leaning Flame Tribe, as Rinkah is now in the ring. Flair was able to beat Rinkah without having to burn resiliency, but a lot of people say immediately that Rinkah's head was not in there. Burnice, first of all, her girls were all arguing, fighting amongst themselves, and then during that match, Burnice came and hit her with a finisher. Hit her with that nitro fuel, and look at this German suplex, right dropped on the neck. Flair definitely trying to get out of there. Rinkah saying, that's fine, I want both of you. And Rinkah immediately tossing Gorey out of the ring and then says, get back in here, drag back in, and an axe right to the back of the neck. And this is the situation you don't want to be in. And this has got to hurt. We talked about this earlier, or rather they talked about it backstage. We saw a little bit of it. Wait a minute. Rinkah was really feeling the audience saying, I'm finally getting my steam back. As going for a quick pinfall on Rinkah, that's 2. Keep in mind, that was 2. Stomping away at Rinkah. Stood back up. Sent towards the corner, and we may be, hold on a minute. I was gonna say this team working very well together. But Rinkah now sending, Gorey into the corner. Not stopping the tag. What do they got cooking here? Up and down, and beautiful pin afterwards. Hold on a minute. That is something that I do have to point out as well. This is a team of sisters, essentially, working together here, trying to potentially set up for that tag team finish. Nobody's home, and now Gorey, goodness gracious, knows how every part of that human body works. Oh, wait a minute, reversal there. But I think reversal right back. I think they have just reversed nitro fuel. And now Gorey has a real chance to even this thing out. Kick to the guts. And slam down. Up to one knee, Burnice turning around, celebrating. But Flair, perhaps ready for that flaring forearm. Into the pin, Burnice hurt a little bad. That's 1, that's 2. Broken up by Rinkah. But I need to point out now Flair's got that, oh, wait a minute. Not what I was expecting. Hold on, when she came down, did she hit her out of mid-air? Into the corner. Flair's taking a step back and a clothesline into the corner. Burnice groggy, desperate for a tag, makes it. And once again, that's not what you want to see if your name is either Flair or your name is Gorey. Up high. Immediately Rinkah wearing down. And oh my gosh! Rinkah put her whole head into that move. Her whole body, her beefy body, not for nothing, but reversal right back. Hold on a minute, Flair still got life. But reversing right back is Rinkah. And a shoulder tackle spear into the corner and just tossing Flair around. This is what I'm talking about. Burnice is maybe just here to take the damage so Rinkah can get out all of her aggression, saying, I'll make the tag. Once they're worn down a little bit, destroy them. And that's exactly what Rinkah looks like she wants to do, calling for Flair to get up. Unsure of what she's thinking here. Spear through the ropes! On the middle rope. Oh, Flair kicks up. And Flair gets speared again! That's 2 spears in a row! Someone's gotta stop this! Somebody's gotta stop this! Reversal there, Burnice goes down again! And Flair's trying desperately to stay alive in this fight. Caught from behind. Tossed in the ropes, Flair again with a reversal, and now wailing away Luthaz on the Rinkah. Oh my gosh! She's trying to really actually cut Flair in two. And it's not just, first of all, not just that match that happened between Rinkah and Flair. That wasn't just like the Burnice thing. You know who suggested that she fight Rinkah in the first place? You know who suggested that? It was Gorey. Flair has become a kind of an interconnected part of this rage Rinkah's had. Into the corner one more time. Staring her down. I think she was thinking, do I even want to tag in? It looks like she didn't. What is she doing here? Oh my gosh, hitting her from behind. Oh my gosh, deadlift! Goodness gracious! Pound for pound, I think there's a real world where, hold on, sneaky roll up but a rope break. I was gonna say there's a world where Rinkah might be pound for pound the strongest member of this roster. Slammed her down. Flair's gotta get out of there. My gosh. Rinkah back up to her feet. And look at this. Kicks by Gorey. Taking Rinkah down. Wrenching that arm away. Gorey not looking to give up. Still wants this fight to be competitive. Still wants this fight to be one that can put her on the map. I don't think that move is going to put you on the map, though. That move won't too great. Oh, but that was a knife-edge chop. Very scalpel-like right to the midsection corner. Was looking for the finish there, and instead, Rinkah sends, oh man, Gorey into the corner. Staring down again. Again, not going for a tag team finish. Again, Burnice from behind, wailing away at the ankles, trying to get some extra damage. And a deadlift, Falcon's arrow, I think, is what that is. Rinkah then goes top rope. Rinkah, when Rinkah keeps going top rope, you know that she means business. This is not something she's often seen doing. Sometimes middle rope stomped her. Oh my gosh. Goodness! Off the ropes, drop kick lands. I honestly thought she was not going to get there. Into the pinfall. That's one. Still just one. Flair has taken the most brutality in this fight thus far. Gorey, at the very least, still has some life left that may be changing right now. That Burnice blazing boot just landed. Into the corner, almost stunned, but not stunned yet. Reversing, but not reversing the finisher. Didn't go for a finisher there. Reversing right back, and now here's the problem. Gorey stunned. There's nothing Gorey can do at the moment. That stun bar is running out. I think Burnice was thinking about making the tag there. Instead, climbs up to the top rope herself. Calling, calling for Gorey to get up. And jumped right over Gorey. That's your all-star champion. Whoops, mistimed that. Into the corner, back first. Reversal the finisher that time. I think was going for the tag finisher, but reversal right back. Into the corner one more time, and tag is made this time, but not in the finisher sense. What do they got going on? What are they? I go, oh my gosh, Gorey, don't get up at this point. Don't get up. Flair tried to help there. Oh! Leg sweep into an uppercut. Rinkah tried to run off the ropes. Sammy got in the way. Sammy, you might want to move. Rinkah looked so frustrated after that. That might have saved Gorey in this matchup. Went for a super kick. Nobody home. Popped up and flattened. The reversal, a hair away from being stunned, but then stunned by stunned by the one and only Burnice. I don't know what they're setting up for here. Popped up and Gorey goes down. That wasn't even the tag finisher. They didn't go for a tag finisher. This is actually turning into, I don't want to say a one-sided bout, because really one finisher from the other team could pretty much, Rinkah got into the ring. She saw Flair saying, I want her too, don't worry, I want her too. I'm not sure what Burnice is doing here. Stunner on the ropes, Flair stunned on the outside, but I want to pay attention to Gorey, who will never wake up. Lands 1, 2. Burnice doesn't burn. That was their one shot. That was their one opportunity. And keep in mind, Gorey has adrenaline up, but there is no more flash in the pan. There's nothing else Gorey's got. Resiliency is gone. If that health bar goes down to nil, it could be all she wrote, as Burnice is going wild with those kicks, and the last one lands. Gorey down. And again, Burnice walks to the corner and says, hey, Rinkah, I know that you wanted this one. It's all yours. Stomp to the back of the neck, did not work out. Went for a clothesline there, but Rinkah just too fast and too strong, popped up and sent down into the knees. Rinkah's got a signature and 2 finishers. You gotta be scared. Oh no, the choke slam lands. Rinkah's got a super. Oh Lord, that's not the super at least. But that is still 3 spears, and the first one hit, doesn't hit. Knee goes up. Gorey might have just saved the match for the team. Popped up and flattened Rinkah, whose body is still honestly perfectly fine. Rolls herself over, saying, okay, great. Just wait for Flair to get in here. Spear to Flair, no! Gorey has to come in immediately saying, okay, well, I understand. That was not the best timing in the world. Rinkah goes not back to the corner to get the spear. She goes back into the corner to make the tag. Flair has eaten spear after spear in this matchup. Steps out of the way. Oh, but the knee lands. It might be the beginning of the end. It might be. Now Burnice has 2 finishers, and Flair reverses. Flying flare arm. This is the chance. Burnice has no resiliency. No resiliency. Rinkah there to break it up, but I want to point out now, Flair's got 3 finishers. Flair's got 3, but makes the tag, which is a smart decision. Makes the tag the smart decision. Gorey still got 1. Once again, if it hits, I don't think these 2 have a tag team finisher, actually. But they could still work together with a tag here. I'm actually not sure if this is the best decision. Well, Burnice is almost stunned, so maybe it is a good decision. Can you imagine if Burnice is the reason they lose this match? How is that going to sit with Rinkah is the $1 million question. Burnice gets the reversal. We may not have an answer to that. Reversal right back. That was a reversal. She was going for nitro fuel in that corner, actually. Scoop slam does land. Crawling up to the middle rope. What is Gorey thinking here? Bagging for, ooh, wheel kick. And now standing Burnice up. Dropped her. The corner's kick for 1, 2. That's resiliency. They have a chance. They have a chance right here, right now. Gorey still has a signature finisher. If Gorey gets ready to use it, reversal from Burnice at the last second. Takes that leg and goes right after it. Here's the thing, Burnice is going to make the tag to Rinkah smart. That is a smart decision. As a catches Rinkah before she could even think about hitting that spear. That is what needed to happen. And a tag I think was just made. It was to Flair. The big ol' L is right there. Oh, they both went for big moves there. That may have saved. Oh, wait a minute. Dropped her. Wait, that's the finisher that she got from training with Miku, but it's broken up quick. Rinkah now the one, I wouldn't say in trouble. She's got all the vitality in the world. Super kick to Burnice. Into the corner. Blaze kick. This could be exactly what this team wanted, exactly what this team needed. And I don't know if I want to be in a world where Rinkah loses this thing. Actually, we're on a count of 1. I don't know if that should have counted since, you know, Burnice is still down low-key. Not tossed out of the ring, though. May have just actually bought Rinkah some more time off the ropes. Rolled out of the way, tried to get the knees up. In fact, actually, I think Flair just missed. But from the top, falling into a punch, Rinkah does have resiliency and may have to burn it here. 1, never mind. Oh my gosh. It's like the finisher she ate like a minute ago didn't matter at all. I thought that was a spear. I thought she speared her immediately. That's 1. That's 2. That's resiliency from Flair. In my mind, I was like, that's a lot of vitality that Flair still has, but you also have to remember Flair is eating 3 spears. Flair is eating 3 spears, 4 spears. Flair is eating 4 spears from Rinkah. Maybe 5. I may have missed one at this point. Because right now, it's not looking good, especially if you're getting tossed into the corner. Rinkah staring Flair down. Turn backwards. The Flair with a reversal. Has another finisher if she can hit that kick. Or maybe into the corner. Staring Rinkah down for a second, realizing I gotta run. Back elbow right to the throat of Rinkah. It's gonna take a lot more to keep Rinkah down at this point. And look at that, Flair's trying to do it. Right to the throat, right to the neck. Not too happy about Rinkah going after her friend Gorey. And at this point, honestly, Flair's probably just extremely frustrated because a lot of Flair's friends, allies, had a bad time this past Friday. Oh my god. Hey, no, hold on, Rinkah. There's really no point. I don't know what you're doing here. Hey, Flair, I'm gonna need you to reverse, otherwise this might be the end of the match for you. I don't know what you're... Oh my gosh. Double underhook. Oh my gosh, suplex! Holding the shoulder blades like that? Man. No, caught the legs and the choke slam right after. Stood up again. Into the ropes. Spear! Gorey is going to have to come in to help after that. Because that's going to put down pretty much anybody in the business at this point. That's going to put down anybody in the business. And Rinkah, we know that when she goes here, she loves to say, let me get one more spear on you. But Flair steps out of the way. Flair steps out of the way, sends Rinkah into the corner. You need to make the tag, girl. You need to make the tag. Don't turn her around. You need to make the tag. Oh, no, you may have made a mistake. Spear lands, center of the ring. Gorey can't come in and help. That's 1, that's 2, and that's all she wrote in this matchup. You can't say they didn't put up a fight. But Burnice absorbed all the damage so Rinkah could get out all of her aggression. Flair was a saving grace for a moment for this team. But at the end of the day, Rinkah was going spear crazy, and I don't want to be in the ring with an angry Rinkah. If you guys saw how focused Rinkah was on doing damage with those spears out of everywhere, I'm surprised she didn't go for the super. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Because I firmly believe that she would have. Hey, they came back! I don't know why they're going like this, like they hurt or something, but it's okay, that's fine. They were like, alright, great. Bernie Claus has delivered a gift to Rinkah here tonight. Stood by her side to take as much damage as she needed to so Rinkah could walk out relatively unscathed. In fact, I think Rinkah was down for a count of 2 early because she got caught off guard and then was never down for another count of more than 1. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I'm a little bit afraid of Rinkah again. I'm a little bit afraid of Rinkah again. Maybe a little bit more than a little bit. We will keep going as our night rolls on. We got 2 more 1v1s. I'm sorry, another 1v1, not 2 more 1v1s. I think we do have like 2 more 1v1s, or is it 3? I have 3 more 1v1s. Regardless, let's get it on. Let's see how it plays out tonight as the stars go. Okay. Now we're good. As the stars, as the stars go. I had to check on our sound guy real quick. Okay, yeah, thank you, sound guy. That's more correct. Sayori with Athena. I kind of figured all 3 of them would just come out together since it was like a little friendly match, but I guess they are gonna come out separately. Athena, Pulonia, and Sayori have been working hard together. Both on their own, but I also believe that, I believe they've been they've worked out at the gym, they've been training at Miku's dojo. A lot of our superstars do now go and check out Miku's dojo, which is very nice. Maybe one day we'll see them, training over at Miku's dojo. That might be a good time. Miku has no problems with us, you know, having cameras in there. That's really cool of her. Big appreciation. She says, hey, when I'm ready to come back full term, I'll be coming back full term. We had her down for that 1-night contract. She said, hey, have a contract ready for me. So, you know, she'll be back down the line. I'm just not sure when. It seems like she's really happy training people, and I got a lot of respect for that. And of course, their third, Pulonia. The homie, the one and only, I'm sorry? Oh. Now hold on a minute. Now wait a minute. This was supposed to be a friendly match. How friendly is Sandrone going to allow Pulonia to be now that she is here? And I think it was really only a matter of time before she was like, I think I'll be coming down to this match with you, Pulonia. Sayori gonna be okay? Actually, your guess is as good as mine. Pulonia goes one-on-one with Sayori, the battle of the number 4s from our golden ticket match. Both, I think, were out first. They want to dust off the old ring rust, and we all begin. Sammy's calling this thing. And look at this. Hold on. Sayori's saying, okay, that's fine. Just like we trained. Good job. And, you know, here's the thing. I've seen them train before, actually. Pulonia doesn't usually go full force. He lets himself take a bump or two. Because, you know, Sayori generally wouldn't be able to take down Pulonia like that, because Pulonia is a massive hunk of metal. But he'll sell for her, and I appreciate that, and I guess he is selling for her now, so maybe this will be a pretty friendly match. Okay, maybe not. He punched her right in the jaw. But Sayori was also too short to get hit from that second shot. But now it's just a combination of, oh my gosh, right hands, calm down, Pulonia. Reversal from Sayori, ran into Sammy. Popped up and, oh no! Oh God! But she kicked out of it. Hold on a minute, Sayori. Come on, fight back. Get on her. Hold on. Early doors back and forth between you two, but Pulonia with a shot right to the mid-side. Pulonia? I ain't never seen that big old robot do that. I don't know if he got some rocket boosters or something, but the Pulonia I know can't jump for nothing. The Pulonia I know can't even climb no stairs. Hey, Sandrone, what you installing this man's? Forearm. Honestly, sick little forearm. I see here little shades of AJ. Actually, a lot of shades of AJ here tonight. Those are both big AJ moves, not for nothing. Wait a minute. Sandrone stomping on the ground in anger, which is hilarious. Yelling at Pulonia to kick out. Pulonia, in what I would believe, would sell it for her and would maybe just be like, I'm going to make the drama, kick out of 2. This is no frills, only fights. Pulonia here tonight with Sandrone by his side. Yanking at that neck area or that neck vessel or the neck connector, the connector, Lamau. Strike it. Sayori lifting up Pulonia. Right now, Pulonia is getting thwacked over here by, How you already got a signature? Goodness God, no! Okay, well, Sayori just got tossed, but that's probably not going to even be close to 3. It's not even... Had me for a second. I guess she did get thrown by a giant robot. That's going to hurt this being. This sweet girl. Oh, wait a minute. Reversal of finisher, though. May have just put Pulonia back out of action, tried to jump off the ropes. Pulonia too fast, too strong, tossing her against the ropes, and it's just been over and over the top rope. Goes Pulonia. Shot to the knee, and now yanking at those knee joints, just wearing away. It's like a simulation for Pulonia, not for nothing. I know that's a trigger word if you were ever a part of Tokiko and her crew, wherever they may be, rest in peace, or not rest in peace. Well, maybe rest in peace. I haven't seen them, but you know what? I ain't never seen a body. And that's how I like to keep things. No, I would like to see... Let me stop. I was about to misbehave. Mother's Day is over, but Tokiko is a mom. I'll keep it a buck with you. Oh my gosh! And Sayori might be a corpse after that. My gosh! Lifted up, and a knee strike by Pulonia. And this is what I was talking about. Pulonia is not exactly being ruthless, but every so often you can see him like turn over, and you can see Sandrone almost giving him instructions. So maybe this isn't quite as friendly as we thought. I guess they both still want that win, but maybe Pulonia wants it a little bit more than before. This could have been just a good sparring match between two, I would say, good friends, but now Sandrone's kind of inserted herself maybe into the middle of this little trio that everyone's come to love. Here in the AWE, goodness, oh my God, wait, hold on a minute. I thought that was gonna go ahead and be distracted Sammy for a little bit. That likely would have been 2, but Sandrone was like, Sammy, over here, come on. Wait, look at this. Hangman's Haiku into the pinfall, but Sammy's fixing the turnbuckle. Sandrone. Sayori still has a signature that she can hit, but that may have saved. Oh my gosh, neckbreaker. That was a, hold on, that was her neckbreaker? I thought that was a reversal. She suplexed into that neckbreaker, good for her. Roll up. No, roll up, rolling into a knee bar. Good for the girly. Okay, didn't work out too much in her favor. Stood back up. Was going for that Hangman's Haiku again. Not working out. And now Pulonia lifting up Sayori. Went for that. Wait, went for that one shot. That heavy-handed robot hand into the ropes. Reversal from Pulonia. Sayori is on her 9s tonight. As these two are trading blows. In the past, Pulonia has beaten Athena. It looks like Sayori might be able to do what Athena could not. Big chop. Firing right back. Firing back again. I was gonna say it's pretty even between these two right now. If it goes to an exchange of blows that just goes at the same time, I think Sayori will actually get the advantage. But I don't think that's gonna happen because I think that's the third. No, it's not the third one. That was the second one. And it does go to this, and I think at this point, it will go into the favor of Sayori. No, it was dead even. Oh, but Sayori a step faster. Reverse the Hangman's Haiku. Weave back. Pulonia does have a signature and a finisher, but man, what a back and forth these two are having. Low key clothesline. Into the pinfall. Sandrone fired up, arguing with everyone in the audience, but a kick out by Sayori. My God, hold on a minute. Hold on a second. A little. This is a little mini versus might right now. Stood back up. And are you trying to muscle up this robot? Dropped him on the knee. And she raged up. Sayori rages up. And Pulonia again getting hit with that Hangman's Haiku. Drop down. You can see the concern on the face of Sandrone. 1, 2, it's got to be resiliency from the big man it is. Absolutely got to be resiliency for Pulonia. Sayori is on the run of a lifetime lately in the AWE. And that may continue here with another neckbreaker swinging into it. Big old robot having the neck get yanked, get cranked. And sent down. Put into a seated position. Lifted back up again. And knee strike. Okay, Sayori. Oh, but look at that, grab the leg. And Pulonia is now the one raging up. He's got 2 finishers. One doesn't land yet. Into the ropes. Oh my gosh! Her knee! Hey, hold on a minute. That one too nice. That one too cool. But reversing the finisher again. Sayori is going crazy tonight. Off the ropes. Again catching. Moonsault into that reverse DDT. That is such a nasty move. Pulonia crawling into the corner. Sayori is still in full control of this matchup, and it might be over. This robot might be cooked. Hangman's Haiku one last time. You can see, was she flashing with a bird? 1, 2. Sayori picks up a big win against her big friend, Pulonia. You have to imagine Sandrone is not going to be too happy about that. But I think Pulonia is probably fine with it, not for nothing. Pinfall. 1, 2, and I want to keep in mind, actually, she had the perfect counter every single time he tried to go for the finisher. Pulonia was only able to counter that Hangman's Haiku once. It feels like Pulonia has been doing a lot of training, and they know basically anything that really he can hit them with, but instead, look at this. Hangman's Haiku just yanks that neck back right on the shoulder. Oof. That's a sick move, not for nothing, but Sayori picks up a big victory here tonight. Athena, I don't know why you're why you were holding, you were like, oh yeah, man. Just seeing that Hangman's Haiku, man, it gets my neck hurting a little bit. The 2 of them are here tonight. Pulonia, I was gonna say, would love to be by their side, but it looks like Sandrone dragged him off. I don't know what that means for the future of those 3, but we will see, I guess, in the coming weeks as we go on. Now, as we keep going, it is now time for a little bit of action. It is Aiba versus Ruby Rose. Ruby Rose officially signed to the AWE. Well, I mean, as the stars go. Black was signed by Shingo and Mingo. We can't cancel the contract, and it looks like she's actually having a pretty good time here. But she's going face to face now. She had an opportunity to have the golden ticket. She's going up against the woman who was not pinned in the AWE championship match at Ticket to Paradise. It is Aiba. Ruby has been stealing hearts. Well, she's not a Phantom Thief, but she is still stealing hearts. I didn't click that button, so I don't know why it went off again. But she is having a good time. And wanted a match against a world champion, saying, I gotta prove my worth. I may have beaten Neo because she was so unfocused. And honestly, that's a name that we have not seen in a long time, Neo, not for nothing. That being said, Ruby still wants to focus on her career, not focus on her, I don't want to say her mortal enemy, but that might not be too far cry from the truth, not for nothing. Aiba, however, one of AWE's finest, is now a former AWE champion. Held it for a little while, a little hot minute. Put on some fun matches, and almost got it back, but Sage could not pin her at Ticket to Paradise, had to pin Elfelt instead. Let's see what she's gonna do tonight against Ruby Rose. I don't know, but I'm here for it. Hey, best of luck to you, Aiba. And if the music is right, I think it is. I'm gonna get a cookie real quick. But she is a rising star in the AWE. Y'all, I have not had these like fudge stripe cookies in like a long time. But I got them recently on a whim. I was like, you know what? Sure, why not? And you know what? I probably won't get them for like another year or so. But they are delicious. That really used to be my favorite cookie as a child, not for nothing. But we're not. Oh, speaking of, actually, that's actually topical. That's topical. Ruby Rose, famous for loving cookies, actually. So you know what? That was for you, Ruby. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I'm starting to get the Ruby lore. The Ruby lore. I got a little bit of it. I'm looking at a little bit of it right here. Now I'll tell you what. Ruby starting off grappling against Miss Aiba. Aiba, hold on a minute. Seems to be trying to out-grapple Ruby. It looks like her arm is caught, but does eventually lock in, and now has that arm in place. Aiba is traveling all over the body of Ruby. Ruby with a reversal. Now it's Aiba's hand behind that back, arm wrenching back. We have to talk about Ruby competing here tonight in injury. Did catch an injury at Ticket to Paradise. Her head a little banged up. She's not feeling super duper great, but she is fighting on. That is a fighter. She's no quitter. Not Ruby Rose. Aiba. Likely. Oh my gosh! Pushing Aiba out of the way, and referee Clyde taking a bump there. I want to keep it a buck with you. Ooh, Ruby! Oh my gosh! First of all, we've had a lot of rough bumps since Ticket to Paradise, so it's really shocking to me that we had 0 at Ticket to Paradise. Like, I think the past 2 shows have had a rough bump. I don't think we had one at the Mother's Day tournament. I don't quite remember, but I'll be real, we could have. Drop it on that knee. A reversal by Ruby. Aiba should have the advantage in this matchup due to injury on the Ruby, but I'll tell you what, Aiba might be a little banged up from her match as well. Look at these uppercuts. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Ruby might be a better striker here than Neo. Don't let Neo hear me say it, not for nothing, but drop kick right to the chest. Aiba rolls to the outside, trying to catch her breath as Ruby's not allowing any space for Aiba to breathe. I said a second ago, it looks like Aiba should have the advantage since Ruby's injured, but I'm gonna tell you what, Ruby's got no steps lost. But reversing the signature. That's still in-ring IQ over there by the one and only Aiba. Ducks out of the way. Super kick. And another kick. Just destroying the head of Aiba tonight. But Ruby up high, that's gonna break the count actually. Ruby, okay, hold on, Ruby might have taken a masterclass in wrestling, let me tell you, but she did not. Oh, she didn't watch how to not perish. Goodness gracious, as Aiba puts down Ruby. Ow, ow, ow. Stomps to Ruby Rose. Ruby, however, rolling through in a double stomp to Aiba. So much of this match is happening on the outside. And that's not what I was really expecting, admittedly. Big kicks, big chops. Big kick again. Count of 5. They got to get back into the ring here. Count of, 6. And I'm going to tell you what, Ruby might not get back into the ring here. There's a big knot, I think, almost forming on the head of Ruby Rose. Aiba, however, saying, no. I'm not winning this by count out. I got to have a big victory after what had just happened at Ticket to Paradise. After I lost but did not get pinned. After I lost a match where I know that I could have beaten Sage. And look at this, Aiba gets tossed all the way to the side. Ruby now heading into the ring herself. Fired up, calling for something. Is she about to, I thought she was about to jump over the corner. That would have been crazy. Count of 6. Aiba getting onto her feet, and again, Ruby getting out of the ring saying, yeah, I'm not winning like that either. I also need some momentum after losing at Ticket to Paradise. She was an up-and-coming name, but Ticket to Paradise was not her night. It was Mizuki's night, not Aiba's Mizuki. Akiyama Mizuki. Wait a minute. Tossed to the side as Mizuki has stolen the hearts of many after the performance this past Friday against Eggman. Count of 5. 6. So much of this fight has been fought on the outside. Count of 7. 8. Wait a minute. It's not going to be 9. We're back at 1. As Aiba adrenalined up, but could not get any any offense with that adrenaline. Ruby Rose is throwing an all-out brawl here tonight against Aiba, but reversing the finisher. May see her get hit with the Somnium Slam, and that might be the great equalizer in this matchup. I doubt it's going to be resiliency outside the ring, though. Well, actually, no, even with injury, that's not enough. In my brain, I was like, that could be enough given Ruby is injured. And just like that, Aiba, the in-ring veteran, is rolling through and dropping. Ruby with a drop kick. Aiba, I don't know if you can hit that. Ooh, brilliant. Oh my gosh, that was so smart. We talked about in-ring IQ. Ruby might have it too. Was Saul. Aiba was getting ready to climb to hit that sink splash, I think, or whatever. And Ruby rolled out of the ring and grabbed the foot of Aiba to bring her down to the outside to make sure she could not hit that move. She's smart. She might, like, we call Io Sky the genius of the sky. She does this. This might just be the genius of the ring, and Ruby Rose popped her right in the eye. Tossed over to the side. As we're at a count of 5. Count of 6 now. But once again, not, oh, no! I was gonna say not letting this die by count out. Rolled out of the ring, and as she started running, ate 1,000,000% of a super kick. Wait a minute. Hold on a second, little disconnect there. Aiba's built up a signature, but Ruby is desperate to try and build up one as well. Almost tossed into the ring. It just almost literally tossed her into the ring, which is crazy. Count of 5. They got to get back in there. No. Count of 6. There's been so much count-out teasing in this matchup. We're at a count of 7. Ruby, you got to get back up. No. Oh, wait, she's not jumping. We are at a count of 9. This is going to end by count-out. Ruby's not going to make that. This matchup happened almost entirely outside of the ring. I'm going to tell you what, these two might be going back at it next week in a Falls Count Anywhere match. It feels like everything they wanted to showcase was outside of the ring. And I feel like they may need to go back at it, because they had a great match. They might need to go back at it with no counts to worry about other than 1, 2, and 3. Ruby not pinned here tonight. Aiba, however, does take the ring and take the win. You know, interesting. I think it would actually be, not an interesting, it'd be a kind of fun match type to have no pinfall, no submission. You have to win via count out. I feel like that would be better than how they've coded Last Man Standing in this. I think that might be a different version of Last Man Standing. I'm sorry? Sage? Well, Sage ain't even do anything, so I don't know. 2K, you might be a little high. But bring me back in. As the night goes on, Ruby walking dejectedly to the back. We got even more action for you when I bring the game back up. Because it did crash. Oh, man. And I think that's my first crash in universe mode, to be honest. And it didn't do it during Ticket to Paradise, which is even funnier. Okay, we are back. Our show will go on because it is champion versus champion time in the show. Okay, hold on. I gotta check this one. Oh, and we'll go close to the WWE Games Reddit. Love that. Sorry, what? Yo. Drag her outside? Give me eyes? Alright, yeah, take me there. She just fought though. I shouldn't even be surprised. I have audio, but I don't got sound. I'm sorry, that's stupid. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. We've been so busy. We have audio, but we don't have video. Hey, Navi, don't do. Hey, please get me video. Whatever you can, the homie. Okay, great. Okay, no, I see. You know, I even asked tonight about where she was, but look, say her name and she'll appear. Apparently, fighting in the. They gotta settle this. Or go to therapy. We tried to get them to go to therapy, and Neo instead just disappeared. We haven't seen Neo on our screens in generations at this point. And attacking Ruby, not during a match anymore, because Ruby low-key almost, I think, did whoop her butt. Neo's now waiting until she's hurt, already injured. And now these, of course. Yeah, thank you. Alright, bye. Navi's gonna attack to Mascoto, but this has gotta stop. This has gotta stop. We have so much else to worry about. We can't have these two trying to, or I was gonna say these two trying to. Athena? Athena coming to stop this? What the heck? Athena coming to help Ruby Rose? What? Huh? I'm flabbergasted, actually. I am certainly and legitimately flabbergasted. Apparently Athena's out here to help Ruby. Oh, that's not gonna go by too well for Neo. Oh, that's not gonna be good. That's not gonna be ideal. And what is look at this? Oh my gosh, oh my god, wailing away at Athena. Standing on Athena and just double stomping there, but it gave Ruby enough time. I guess Athena didn't want to see somebody who just gotten beaten up, bruised up, take any more damage. Trying to help Ruby out, but Neo's not stopping, so Athena's got to keep going. Dude, seeing somebody come from under that thing, low-key kind of scared me. Whoa, Athena actually hitting both of them, collateral damage, but still is going after Neo. Is still trying to help out Neo. Apparently, maybe Athena's been making a lot of friends backstage. Dropping Neo face first. Hey, you know what? At least it's more of an even fight. I'm glad that our AWE superstars are now here to help each other out. Big knee strike. Because this was an unfair situation. 1,000,000% unfair, uncalled for, and now look at this, Thena. Y'all thought Thena wasn't fighting tonight. I also thought Thena wasn't fighting tonight, to keep it a buck with you. Up and may have just evened things out for Ruby. Ruby not having to dirty her hands. I'm sorry. They are really working together. You gotta imagine, I even think I saw Jags fan and Ruby talking about something, at least in the distance. I was like, oh, I guess they might be friends now too. Hopefully Ruby didn't see that. What is going, not into the, oh, I thought they were gonna drop her into the trash, I'm sorry, not the trash can, into the shopping cart. When do we get shopping carts out here? Who's stealing shopping carts from the store? Who? Who's stealing? Who? Oh, missed that kick. And the knee landed hard. Neo probably thought this was the perfect plan to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna get her and I'm gonna wear her down, beat her up, brutalize her, victimize her in the parking lot. But I'll tell you what, it was not. Oh my gosh! Neo knee to Athena. Neo knee to Athena. But Athena right behind, dropping Neo on the back of the knee. Hey, Ruby literally did need this help. Look at how low her vitality is from that last match. She went bar for bar with Aiba for quite some time, and now they're kind of mugging Neo. Athena with a lot of friendly fire in this matchup, but it is what it is. You know, sometimes a girlie got to do what she can to get the job done. Lift it up and just dropping. Oof. Are those cinder blocks? Who put the cinder blocks out here, dude? I think trying to just kick Neo out of the AWE over there. Trying to take her to the gate. Dragged again. Nobody there to help Neo, though. Reversed and a strike right to the midsection. You got to imagine, hey, Neo deserved this 2-on-1. I didn't think this was going to be a 2-on-1 that happened, but you know what, Athena? I got to say, I'm okay. I'm okay with you. You're girly. Good on you. That being said, Neo's not having a good time. This started off as a I don't want to say a handicapped bout, but it kind of was. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? What is she doing? It looks like she tried to run Neo over with that shopping cart. Neo keeps missing that kick. Drag Neo over to the shopping cart again. No. Oh my gosh, kind of had her in the shopping cart there for a second. Couple of shots to the guts. Now Ruby getting dragged. No. Athena was just taken out by Neo, by the way. She's... Oh, wait. Hold on a minute. Neo in the shopping cart like a baby at the supermarket just tosses it over. I still don't know where they came from. And just like that, Neo's now having a bad time with that cutter. Neo in danger, and Ruby, with the help of Athena, may be getting the upper hand on Neo as she's getting jumped in the parking lot. Neo can't beat Ruby. And she's stunned, and she's out cold. Ruby defends herself tonight. Oh my gosh. That's... Okay, first of all, take me back over real quick. It's shocking to me that Athena came out. Hey, you know what, Athena? Okay, I see you, girlie. I see her. I do. I see her. I see what she's doing out here. I cannot complain about that. She said, hey, I see some injustice. I'm gonna make it just here tonight. Just us. Just like we're about to have just our tag team champions do battle 2-on-2. Are you ready? I hope you are, because it's about to be a banger of a match, I think. This was made by our automatic matchmaking system, which usually does a terrible job, but I said, hey, you know what? We're gonna let it cook and we're gonna let it ride tonight as the stars go. Black. It's been a crazy night. This is what you all hope for Ticket to Paradise. Ref bumps, game crashes. And shenanigans that I couldn't even predict. But here they come. The AWE tag team. Oh, they're all here. The AWE tag team champions. Crack the Whip, Francisca Von Karma, and Sherazard Harvey. On their side, potentially, this may be one of the smartest factions in professional wrestling right now. Honestly, I could see them beating the tag team champions old times like they did this Sunday. I'm sorry, like they did this past Friday to Klee and her mom. She really do have an apple just in her hands. I mean, I would love to, I would be down to munch on an apple, not for nothing. They're strategizing, and that's not what you want to happen with this group. If they get to strategizing, that's not what you want. Also, I don't know when this started happening. I don't know when that started happening, but it's apparently happening. Alright. Well, welcome to Ticket to Paradise. Hey, you know, I love tag team wrestling. They're looking to throw it down here tonight and crack the whip on old times. They are looking to run the AWE this summer and bring a sense of justice to the product. However, tonight they have I don't know if I can call it a friendly match, but they certainly have a match against old times. You and Yosuke. Yo, do. Old times. It is tag champs versus tag champs here tonight. And we have All-Star champ versus AWE champion in our main event. That's going to be fantastic. Huh? Okay, hey, I don't know who was running the pyro there, but you almost burned Yu's face off, not for nothing. Now, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. These two, and you know what? It's crazy. I think this really might be true. Don't just think about what happened this past Friday in terms of strategy. Think about Crack the Whip strategy in picking their tag team championship match at Ticket to Paradise. Ooh, the boys popped up and sent down. They said, we're gonna have all these teams, that's fine. All you need to do is get one pin on that loser horse. Their words, once again, not mine. And you know what they did? They got one pin on, their words, not mine, rather. That loser horse. Yosuke is high flying again. It feels like everything's right in the world. Everything's right in the AWE again as that dropkick masterfully hit on Charizard. While they had strategy, Yosuke and Yu had a match of the night contender against, shockingly enough, I'll hate them and Pai, who I don't want to say, before I could say shockingly enough. After this Friday, I don't think it's shockingly enough. I think it's, I don't want to say expected, but it's certainly not surprising just to count of one. When Pai and Al Haytham get into the ring, all eyes are on that match, my gosh! But you can't take anything away because it takes two to tango. To make a match of the night, it takes two. And double super kicks lands on Charizard, who's getting rocked by the opposition tonight. Von Karma in the matchup. Heavy hands, heavy chops, heavy fist. And look at you wailing away on Von Karma. Every single shot brutally battering her. My gosh, you! Charizard on the whole wrong side of the ring. She got beaten down so bad and cracked the whip. I don't know if they have a strategy right now, but that clothesline, that thing was nasty. Charizard slowly making her way back to the corner. I think she actually might have been trying to... Charizard, are you okay, girlie? I don't know if girlie is okay, for real, for real. She's walking, she's talking, she's having a good time, just walking around. Someone might have to help Charizard out. Hold on, let me get our referees to go and check on Charizard. She might have been concussed after. Well, she got back in the ring for some reason to get onto the side, but you know what? That's fine. That's good on her. That does make it so she can't come back to the ring, and right now, that's that might be what Von Karma needs in a moment. Super kick and knee strike, and they're going to push right into that moonsault, which is a thing of beauty from this team. When it comes to tag team maneuvers. Oh, did make the tag and made it to jump out of the way of that move from Yosuke. Catching the foot, and Charizard, it feels like she's got her head on right again. It feels like she got her head on right again as these two are now making quick tags to each other, and we know their whip-based offense popped up and dropped down with the double knees. Dropped down with the double knees, my gosh. Stomping on that arm with the knees. Wailing away at Yosuke Hanamura, but Yosuke with a clothesline takes Von Karma down. Right now, Yosuke is the freshest opponent, and Von Karma, I was going to say, is the freshest opponent for her team, but she does have a signature, the only one in this matchup currently. Dropped up. Kick does not land, but you also misses that clothesline. I think Von Karma also does that clothesline, actually, but she hit hers. She said, "This is how it's done, you foolish fool," as the tag's been made right back to Charizard. I'm sorry. I don't think her name is Charizard Von Harvey. I'm pretty sure it's just Charizard Harvey. unless they adopted the Von and that's what they're sharing now that they're together apparently. Clothesline. She took the Von from her name and put it in hers. How cute. Hey, let me double check. I'm like 1,000,000% sure it's just Charizard Harvey. Charizard Harvey. Yeah, there's no Vaughn. I don't know when they put that in their name, but I'll tell you what, good for her. Punch right to the jaw. Big splash onto the knees, my gosh. That gonna hurt the back. She gonna need a chiropractor after that. Hopefully they got one in this group. Splash no longer lands. Von Karma, an expert on rolling out of the way of these big moves from Yosuke off the ropes. Tag's not made. I thought the tag was actually going to be made there. Instead, tossing the other corner. Almost got Junker caught up in that. Reversal right back there, going back and forth to these corners. Desperate to see who can make this tag. And it's the girlies. It's Crack the Whip. Whipped right into the... Okay, first of all, what a playful move. It's like you're like swinging on a swing set. My gosh! But she ran right into a Hurricane Rana. There's no breaks in this bout. There's no breaks in this bout. Mitsuri is all over these ropes here tonight. Toss to the back. She is running all kinds of interference here tonight. She needs to be careful not to get kicked out by Jessica into the corner. Ran into Charizard. Yosuke rolls out of the way. Charizard not in control. Instead, Yosuke is sending Charizard into the corner. Tag again made. Charizard up top. What is you waiting for here? Power bomb caught out of the sky. As Yu takes a walk over and sends Charizard into the metal barricade. And oh my gosh, I thought he was gonna slam her into that thing. I was gonna say, hey, chill. That would have been too much. That would have been too much, but look at this. Sends a Yu flying as well. Stomp, we're at a count of 5 almost. Big boot by Yu. Mans with the size 11 loafers right in the face of Charizard Von Harvey. Charizard getting back in the ring. Shara trying to get a cheeky roll up onto Yu. For 1, not even 2, not even 1 really. As a big no. Big boot doesn't land. Yu steps out of the way, but Charizard still fighting back Shara. Looking for some sort of pump handle. Ooh, pump handle toss backwards. My gosh. And just like that, Charizard now has a signature. Yosuke was desperate, saying, hey, no, don't do that. Let's make this tag real quick. Yu able to reverse. Buy the boys some time. Maybe some old times. Into the corner, though. Tag not made. Back and forth between these two. And Charizard reversing right back, saying, no, you can't whip me to the corner. I'm the queen of whips. My whole faction is apparently. Couple of whip queens. Is she going to make the tag or is she running? No. She is going to make. Usually when we see people walk back like that, they're going to run to. Ooh! Run to do a move. Instead, clothesline on a Von Karma. Right now, I'll say slim advantage lies with the old times. With Yu and Yosuke as the tag's been made on getting up onto the wall. My gosh, what is this? Oh, what was that? Was that a different version of an assisted Yosuke too, except the neck was going up this time? My gosh. I wasn't ready for that one. Off the ropes again. Hey, Von Karma said, miss me with those ropes. Those ropes are like my whip. I have a sixth sense with them. And that German, I don't know if you saw it, his head collided with that middle turnbuckle. I need to keep in mind, I need to like tell you guys, those turnbuckles, they're there to protect you, but you ran your head into them. It's still a tough object to essentially headbutt. It's not like headbutting the wall, but it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt pretty bad. It's gonna hurt pretty bad, I'll tell you what. Turn around, back into the corner. Tag's been made right back. Wait a minute. Oh, man. They're cracking the whip. We talk about it every single time they hit that move. It's essentially getting guillotined on a tight top rope that's one. Oh, okay. Sure, we talk about it. But I'll tell you what. It don't really matter at the end of the day. If Yosuke's gonna kick out a one, you firing back, trying to buy Yosuke some time. Yosuke able to kip up. And I think he's taking down Von Karma on the outside. It looks like we're about to have a 1v1. No. Because you still standing. You firing back on every one of Scheherazad's hits. Oh, and a German no rolled through into a kick. My gosh, Enziguri right behind the ear. Hey, it's been a long time since we've been able to actively cheer for Yosuke for a consecutive period of time. So let me tell you, and I can say this without a shadow of a doubt, I miss this Yosuke. I miss this Yosuke, and you hear the audience right now. They miss this Yosuke too. And speaking of that, no pun intended with Yosuke too, actually. Speaking of, he might be about to try and hit it right now. Scheherazade stands up real quick saying, no. There's not going to be any of that, at least not yet. Plucks the arm backwards. Golly, drops his head. Dead into the mat. And he is groggy. He is moving slow. And there's a Yosuke who we know loves to move with the quickness, knows he loves to move with the speed. And speed, ooh! Running with that kick, but she stands up again very quickly. Scheherazade is no stranger to burning that blue bar. She says, as long as my tag team partner has her signature and finisher, I can just waste my blue bar all I need to. Popped up and sent down into the knees. Shattered man's face. As Von Karma looking at her allies there and saying, hold on, you guys, I need to run over there. I need to go and get Yosuke. Yosuke to the Shera! Oh my gosh. I thought he was going to go for another one on Von Karma. And he still might. Taking Scheherazade down on the outside there. That may be exactly what this team needed, but look at that. Yosuke turned away for a second. Instant karma inside the ring. Yosuke, you gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention. You need your help. Kicked out without resiliency. You needed help. Yosuke was still focused on Scheherazade. Yosuke was still focused on Scheherazade, and she may have been playing possum there for a little longer, because the second that happened, she got up and said, okay, I can get back and help my partner. Ooh, reversed into a scoop slam. Scooped him up, but oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. They're going back and forth with these moves. Popped her up, powerbomb position, and just straight back with it. Shades of I'll hate them with how just straight back and down, up and down that was. Yosuke, are you okay? Are you okay with whatever move you were trying to do? You missed out. Tossed into the no. Reversal. Reversal into, oh my gosh, out of the corner into the Yosuke too? Hold on, that was kind of nasty. Sent her into the corner, then kicked her in the guts for the Yosuke 2 was kind of nasty. She had no time to even think about countering. It's broken up. My gosh, off the ropes, goodness gracious. Rolled through, tried to get a kick, but Von Karma wasn't up there. Again, Yosuke with a missed timing. Turn around. But saved. I'm not sure if you saved it all that much. Oh, that was a nasty landing. Like his head landed on her neck. Von Karma still able to, still able to fight on, but man, that looked like it hurt both competitors a lot. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I don't think anybody won with that move. But if it gives Von Karma a moment to tag in Charizard, I'd have to say that it was actually her who won in that exchange. A kick to the guts as the whip sends, Charizard into Lamau. Send Charizard into Yosuke with the speed, with the quickness. Von Karma even catching the attention of Yosuke very deliberately there for a moment so Charizard can get a quick and easy pinfall for 1, for 2. I think that was actually a kick out right at 2. Because it was like 1, 2. He got out of there. Von Karma, and I was going to say, they kind of need to hit him with the finisher. I think Yosuke's gotten off, not super light, but pretty light so far, running with that forearm. Neither set of these tag team champions are looking to give up off of the ropes. Guillotined him. Okay, he was like, y'all are going to guillotine me on the ropes? Let me return the favor, Yosuke Hanamura. The ropes. You thought the ropes were your ally. I was molded by the ropes, trained by the ropes. The ropes were, wait a minute, sneaky roll up, hold on a minute. On with the distraction, onto you to try and get that roll up. Did not work out. Instead, you dust off the signature, did not land. This time it looks like it is. It's violence over and over again, directly into the truth. Right onto the knee of the truth of the situation. Is clear. You nearly knocked Charizard out. And I'll tell you what, he still might do so. Wait a minute, Charizard missing there. One single strike right to the jaw. Tried to drag him backwards you with a reversal. And a clothesline. I want to keep it real with you. Francisco Von Karma can't come in to help. This is their opportunity. If he tags in Yosuke and Yosuke hits that signature, they might have this match essentially won. Knee strike to the gut, but you can't discount all of the help that they have from Midnight, Mitsuru, and on the outside. Tag has been made. Smart decision by Shara. This is, as I said, one of the smartest factions that we have here is what it seems like. Other factions seem to have, you know, some cracks in the mold, or maybe just starting to get their footing here in the AWE, but this faction seems to know how to play the game. They know how to fight in a wrestling match. They know how to win when they need to win, how they need to win. Took down Yosuke first so that the two of them could potentially double team. Oh, you on the outside! Man. Hey, Charizard, you okay? She's doing some calisthenics outside the ring right now. She's like, and up, and down, and up, and down. Shot. Does not land. And German Sue. Wait a minute. German 2. And German, she's counting 2. Jessica, you were a little early on that 3, but it's fine. There wasn't a 4th one, Jessica, but it's cool. That's A-okay. You was not very happy about that super kick. He is, he's certainly feeling it. Wait, count of 6. Count of 7. Count of 8. But very evidently, he's going to get back into the ring to finish this off, potentially. Doesn't have a signature or a finisher, but I'll tell you what, Von Karma doesn't have, like, actually, I take it back. I was going to say she could be just fresh out of anything to hit, but I'll tell you what, she went for it. She went for instant karma right in front of Yosuke, but instead you reversed. Reversal right back. Rake in the back. Tonight we're going to see which of our tag team champions is truly the best here in the AWE. Toss to the side. Tossed out and about. And a tag's made right back to Yosuke. Yosuke, who has not recovered that much stamina either. Ooh, both going for moves there. Yosuke able to dodge the double stomp with a missed move there, but gets caught with a bulldog. Von Karma slowly asking him to get up and met with a big chop. One that would make Gunther smile in the backup, in the backstage. But I'll tell you what, we don't want Gunther smiling. We want him, I don't want to say pushing up daisies, but we want him to definitely have what's coming to him. Tag's been, not a tag team finisher. I was looking, I was like, bam! With the speed, with the dancing, and I do need to point out again, Yosuke very close to being stunned, and Charizard has a signature finisher, signature reversed. And now Yosuke could be on his way. Reversing again saves himself from being stunned. Yosuke trying to get out of there as soon as possible, realizing she's still got a finisher. If I get hit, I'm in bad shape. You get in there because you've got a finisher. You. Oh, no. And from behind, Shara sends you into the corner while he was distracted, and they are going for it again. Targeting the neck of you. Right to the throat. And now Yosuke's certainly going to have to come in to help. Stomped right on the head of Charizard, but now I need to keep you in mind. Again, this is all about strategy. Charizard on the outside. Von Karma very close to having a finish. You able to roll out of the way, though. If that would have hit, it could have been, all in all, the one key they needed to find the biggest target to end this matchup. Wait a minute. Yosuke driving the head of Von Karma, but Von Karma stands right back up immediately saying, no, that's not gonna do it for me, Spine Buster. Yosuke was ready to say, hey, it's time for that Yosuke 2 audience, get ready, and Von Karma was like, oh, I'm ready, and just spine bust him is crazy work. And we gotta keep in mind, we still have champion versus champion to go in our main event as well. Oh, but tag's been made. We saw this before. They get leaned down for a Yosuke 2 assisted this time. It was the man's, the myth, the legend in that Yosuke 2. It was you. We call that the Yusuke 2? It's a different character. Wait, hold on a minute. What do you got up here? Do you have a top rope move? Sir? Because if you do... Okay, you just... Okay, I mean, still... That honestly could be resiliency. She did just take a tag team finisher a moment ago. Charizard won't feeling too good. Early on this match, we did see, hey, is she feeling okay? It looks like she might have gotten concussed potentially, and then again, the head goes into the mat. The tag team champions crack the whip. They are beatable. But old times, they've been undeniable since they have gotten together. Super kick, right to the jaw of you. They tried to outsmart this team again and again. However, as opposed to this past Friday rather, tonight proves that in-ring planning and IQ can only get you so far. Sometimes it might get you 100% of the way. But against a team like this, you're gonna have to put out 110%. We saw, Pi and Al Haytham prove that you gotta put 110% into that. If you're not exactly on the same page, if y'all don't have all your ducks in a row, old times will never end. As the night rolls on, congratulations to old times, as we have one more match on the books. It is the All-Star Champion, Ryoma Hoshi. It is the AWE Champion, Ibushi, as we're about to see for some, a dream match, and it's on TV for free. As the stars go black. And out first, it's very purple over there. It is, and I can't just introduce him as the AWE All-Star Champion. I have to introduce him as a former tag team champion, a former Fight Forever champion, a former AWE champion, and the current AWE All-Star Champion. It is a man who has done it all in titles that he can earn himself without getting voted in. Ryoma Hoshi has done it all. He is the first ever Grand Slam champion in the AWE outside of the United World Championship. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind as well. I digress. Let's see how it plays out. As he goes one-on-one with a man who has held that title proudly since the fight before Christmas. This is the man who redefined the word underdog. He said you can take that word underdog and take it to mean instead of somebody who has to fight hard to somehow come away with a chance to win this match. Gin says underdog means something different to him, woof. He says an underdog is a person who people overlook, people doubt can come out on top. He said he's removed those doubts. He said every time he steps in the ring, he wants to make sure that everyone's doubts are removed. Everyone, not just his opponent, everyone in the AWE universe who says, well, that's just a kid, he shouldn't be fighting. He wants to remove that doubt from your mind. He said, underdog, you can give him that label. But at the end of the day, is that really what he is after he's held that title for so long at this point? I would say Tenna's watching backstage, but he just got beaten up by Gunther on Friday. I don't even think he's backstage right now, for real. As these two are dueling it out, I do also need to point out instead, someone else could be watching backstage, and that is Dr. Robotnik. I'm talking Eggman. He could cash in tonight if he really wanted to. Oh, taken down. Hold on. Kick to the guts. And I could talk about these two for hours and all the things that they've been through. I think both of these gentlemen at some point were converged, actually. And look at how far they've come. Look at how far they've come. Not for nothing. Popped up. Dropped down. Again, off of the ropes and taking, hold on a minute, taking Ryoma down. I do want to point out, Gin, the champion, wanted this matchup as well as Ryoma. They were like, all right, let's do it. Gin actually said to Ryoma, maybe I still got a long ways to go, given all of the championships Ryoma has had, but Gin is no slouch either. He's been a former tag team champion. He held them for a little while with Uncle Iroh. He was Fight Forever champion as well. In fact, the one title that Gin hasn't had is the title that Ryoma has right now. So keep that in mind too. Gin's fighting to say, hey, maybe I'll be a double champion. Maybe I'll take your title to 1-1. Knees go up. Wait a minute. Low drop kick. That's a world that could exist. Imagine Gin does beat Ryoma tonight. Could Gin say, I'm not an underdog, I'm king of the AWE. Yanking that arm back. Ryoma is starting to lose a lot of momentum in this fight. He's already got it. Fireball, powerbomb. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Stood back up. Cat's claw. We're about to be over quick. Hold on a minute. Y'all, this match about to be a cup of coffee. 1, 2. Because resiliency was burned by the king. The first onto the arm. Gin off the ropes, showcasing everything he's got. Maybe Gin doesn't have a long ways to go. Maybe Ryoma's got still a ways to go. Punching Gin right in the guts. Needs to find a way to turn this thing around, but this is Gin we're talking about. This is one of the greatest wrestlers in professional wrestling today. Clothesline, trained by Uncle Iroh, off the ropes, popping over, DDT, my God. Thing of beauty. Ryoma with a reversal though. Keep in mind, Gin is fighting in this matchup a little bit injured, has not had his body healed 100%. Ryoma off the ropes himself, leg drop. That was kind of a blind leg drop as well. He had to put full faith in his abilities, in his timing, in his movement. But he got every ounce of it, and it may be enough to get Gin to the corner over there, and it is. And it brings Ryoma enough to get a signature. The fact is he going to have what it takes to use it? Because Gin is still firing on all cylinders. Ryoma trying to roll outside the ring. He gets there, but Gin not giving him a second to breathe. Climbs all the way up to the top rope. Ryoma steps out of the way. Lets Gin take full damage and lifts him up, saying, high risk, no reward. Drops Gin on the back of his head. Ryoma, however, saying, you get up, let me show you how it's done. Standing on the barricade and Hurricane Rana off the barricade. This is the darndest thing I've ever seen. Not ever, but man, they are going places tonight that I did not think that they were going to go. Where at a count of 6, Gin gets back in the ring. Ryoma is holding his leg. I hope he's okay. Because that was a high-risk spot in and out of the ring. Gin was coming back outside saying, I don't want to end this thing by count-out. Don't want to end this thing by count-out. Knee strike. Big knee strike right afterwards again. Oh my gosh. Gin about a hair away from having a finisher and about a hair away from having a signature. He's got both. Ryoma's getting clocked right now. He's getting clobbered. And he's getting tossed into the corner instead. Gin's the one who may be faced off with, ooh, off the ropes, over on the top rope. Look at this backstabber! They smile in your face. All the while they want to take your place. They're backstabbers. One. But just one. That's Gin we're talking about. In this matchup, it's actually Ryoma who's the underdog and still has a long ways to go. But just like that, 1, 2, it's still not anybody's match. Gin has not burned resiliency. Gin, the ultimate, not the ultimate underdog, he is the ultimate AWE wrestler. Let's keep it a buck with you. I talked about you make your Mount Rushmore and you see faces like a March 7th, but I'm going to tell you what, this man has got his face on many people's Mount Rushmore as well. That wasn't enough to stun Ryoma. And Gin knows it, but he's still going for that kill shot. He's going for that cat's claw. And the All-Star champion goes down for 1 for 2, and that is all she wrote for Ryoma here tonight. He still takes his championship. Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, actually, invisible Corey Graves. Ryoma just ate a pin here tonight. And Golden apparently saying, you didn't pin. Yeah, what do you mean? This could be a future. Okay, Cole, shut up. Let me talk. This could be a future match. It seems like Ryoma saying, yeah, I didn't beat you. That's fine. I will. Golden has called his shot saying, I didn't get pinned at Ticket to Paradise. If you want to hold that championship proudly, I still need my shot. Now here's the thing. Golden has not been able to beat Ryoma. Golden has not been able to pin Ryoma, but hey, when it came to championship action, technically Ryoma's never pinned Golden either. Sure, he's pinned him without the title on the line, but when that title is on the line, when that bell rings and the gold is on the line, it is a different experience, and we may see them fight sooner rather than later. I'll talk to our general managers because we have 2 big shows on the horizon. We could see this happen as soon as Rebellion Live. Let me keep it a buck with you. We don't see it. We're gonna see it soon, but that is our show. Gin proves why he is #1. He said, hey, I want it all. And I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. If Golden gets that title opportunity, I don't know how much Gin wants the All-Star title, but he might say, hey, you might be the one who's got all the championships on your lineage, but Gin wants it too. I don't know if that's Gin's mindset. That was definitely Ryoma's. but he did just pin the All-Star champion. Yu and Yosuke, I don't want to say outsmarted, but they may have concussed Charizard. Ruby had help from Athena, who apparently is just a friend to all and just a good homie, not for nothing, after Aiba beat her via countout. Luckily, Ruby still had some fight left in her, even though she was bruised up from the previous match. Attacked her right afterwards. Sayori was able to beat Pulonia, and I'm gonna tell you what, Sayori kind of went crazy tonight. Sayori, I believe, is confirmed to be in that March 7th, Contenders Challenge that will be happening at Rebellion Live. And last but not least, you don't want to mess with Rinkah. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Let's check out our news real quick. Golden upstages the champion by entering the ring after his non-title match and confronting him in a tense stare down. The confidence of the champion, the challenger, seems to be at an all-time high, making him a true threat to Ryoma's title reign. I wouldn't be that confident if I'm Golden. This is a man who's beat him before, but now we saw Gin handle him pretty handily, so maybe Golden's saying, okay, I know all your tricks now. See what happens when those two face off. Sage did not come down to the ring, interestingly enough, so I don't know what 2K is on about. And Aiba is not going to SummerSlam, but she is going to Rebellion Live, so keep your eyes peeled for that. I don't think our roster changes because we haven't gotten to a new week, and I actually don't believe, as you give me the stars, that I have another Rebellion set up right now. I don't. I need to put one in. I do need to put one in. So we will not have the match, well, I guess the AI produce a match, the CPU rather. So that is indeed our show. You have a lot of things to vote on and submit and do all the things, so get those in the books right here, right now. I, however, am going to take off until next time to the Flight Crew. Next Sunday, I don't know what's gonna happen next Sunday. That's for my general manager to decide. I'm gonna go eat a burrito. Toodaloo Flight Crew, thank you as always for watching.
One generation.